What's up, everybody? Welcome to 3D Rivals, your first line of defense against stupid movies. My name is DJ, and of course, I am joined by my co-host, my sister, Devlin.
What's up?
Which apparently is a verb. My friend, Dan.
Yes, it is a verb. What's going on?
And my brother, Derek.
What's up, everybody?
And... Okay, well, today, folks, we are going to be talking about a new movie, A Quiet Place 2.
A Quiet Place Part 2.
No spoiler
Part
alert.
2. Yeah. What's that?
Spoiler alert. Y'all ain't seen it yet.
Yes.
We about to reveal some things, so turn it off now.
For sure. Well, you know what? We're going to do a short, non-spoiler review of the movie.
Wow.
Just kind of give our small thoughts on it before we start spoiling things. So you can stick around for a few minutes, and then, yes, if you haven't seen the movie, go see it and then come back. So pause the podcast, watch the movie, then come back and listen to our review of it. So, with The Quiet Place Part 2, I'm going to give my short little thoughts on it. Very good movie, I think. It was very enjoyable. With ending that leaves something to be desired.
Why would you even go into the ending? What was the point of that? And we weren't going to talk about it right now.
But
Well, I mean, it's kind of vague though, the way you said it, like leaving something to be desired. I mean, okay,
yeah,
that could mean a lot of things. I think.
right. It's
I don't think
my
you spoiled
review.
it yet.
I didn't say he spoiled it. It just wasn't worth mentioning if we weren't going to talk about it.
Oh, my bad. Jeez. Okay. Well, it's a good movie. Sorry. What did you guys think about it?
I'm guessing that's as far as we can go. It was
No,
a good movie.
I think it's a good movie. I think that it's suspenseful in a different way than the first one was, because the first one was all relying on the lack of sound.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was completely different than that, but at the same time still engage you in a similar fashion. So yeah, no, I think it was a very good movie. I mean, if you're doubting whether or not you want to go see it, I say go. If you like the first one, you're definitely going to like this one for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree. I thought it was a good movie as well.
Awesome. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and spoil this because there's really nothing else for us to talk about without spoiling the movie. I don't know what else we could say. So, yeah, spoiler alert for Quiet Place Part 2. Man, this movie, interesting way they took it. I didn't, foresee the direction they were going with the second part of this, but I think it was cool. I guess the premise of it was it takes place right after the end of the first movie, and now that they've found a way to harm the aliens, the daughter wants to go and use that or give that power to everybody else, and that's kind of what the biggest
You're
premise.
missing a significant part though.
What?
It's because she heard the music playing.
Yeah.
Was it Beyond the Sea, and she was saying that was a message for them, letting them know where there was a safe place to be,
Mm-hmm.
and that they didn't hear that song start playing until they left their farm, and that's when they started to hear it, because on the farm they wasn't picking up that radio signal, and she was convinced that it was people trying to communicate, and everyone else was like, look, this is dangerous, we really are not sure that we should investigate this or whatever. But she was like, no, we should investigate it. And she was right.
I think she had a good point because, one, I guess we got to talk about what got them to this spot anyway. Little boy stepped on a bear trap, you know.
That's the part you're going to start off with?
Well, what? That's how they got there, right?
Well, they were headed there anyway.
Right,
So
that is
I think
not-
they got there by walking.
Where they ended up.
That was
yeah,
my
they were
guess.
headed
got
there
by walking.
anyways.
Okay, fine. Whatever. So they meet up with one of their friends, right?
Yes.
And I think she was right because she was clearly right because he said that song was just playing. It's only that song and it's just been playing over and over.
For 4 months.
Yeah, that has to,
Yeah. Yeah, someone's still really playing that song.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess why they did it in code, because I'm like, why not just say here we are? But I forgot about the crazy people.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to them crazy people.
Yeah.
What was they deal? Oh boy.
They lost their mind.
For sure.
Yeah, they obviously went cuckoo, like,
Basically.
because obviously, you know, everything's going down. These are the last people that's left on the earth. There's really nothing else to do but go crazy, for real. I mean, you can't make no noise, or else you're gonna get killed. What else is mentally is a human gonna do but go crazy? And that's the direction they went. Go nuts. I'm guessing eat people. Like I can't see.
Were they
not
eating
being
people? I was
cannibals.
trying to figure it.
I was
They
felt like they
didn't
were
show
just
it.
setting. It seemed like to me they
But
were
I-
setting people up to get attacked by the monster,
Yeah.
and they would take all of their supplies. Is what it seemed like to me.
Yeah.
Because like, weren't they trying to take the
that's
girl's
what it was?
radio or whatever?
Yeah. They're taking their supplies. The one guy, he was set up like he
Yeah.
couldn't move without making noise.
Yeah.
Because they wrapped the chains around him.
Okay, I misread that scene because I thought they were like about to cook him or something.
What?
No,
I mean, I don't know.
no.
I did feel like they was about to do something.
No, basically
untoward
they
to the
were.
girl.
It did seem like that for a little bit.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Yeah.
so
So
yeah, they definitely went bananas.
Yeah.
yeah. So that was the main arc, I think, was so the little girl found this song and she, well, one is smart since you know that there's something broadcasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, hey, I can broadcast this sound that I know hurts them. You know, that's actually pretty smart, you know?
Yeah.
So that was her plan. So she left. Since they didn't want to go, she left by herself. Which I'm like, especially since she's deaf. When I saw her out by herself, I'm like,
Yeah, like you can't hear what's happening,
I
and like
was
she
saying,
was.
I'm like, she's deaf. You can't hear. Right, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, she can't hear if she's making noise because she can't hear it. Just like when she was on the train, she couldn't hear the alien right away.
yeah.
Yeah, so she was right, and I guess, I mean, if the family wasn't willing to investigate this music or whatever, she's like, no, I know I'm right, we can do this. It was just, I kind of was like, why did you leave? But at the same time, I'm like, well, it was kind of smart.
Well, then again, were they just
I mean,
planning
yeah,
on?
because like if she don't and the family ain't interested in going through with it, then you don't got no solution. You
Yeah,
just gotta
'cause-
walk around killing them. I guess like one by one because she's the only one who can make this sound. Unless you broadcast it, can't nobody else kill these things.
Yeah, and then she was convinced that there was other people that was, there, waiting for people to show up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, since they had the broadcast out.
Yeah.
Now, my question was, were they just planning on staying in that bunker thing
Well,
indefinitely?
I feel like they didn't have a plan at all.
Yeah, there
Like
was
they
no
didn't
plan.
have a
They did.
plan.
Yeah.
And you got to think that the only reason why they left is because their house caught on fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they probably still be at the farm then if that would never happen.
Yeah, I think they were planning on just staying at the farm, in which, oh, dude, that's not a life.
So you think they'd have turned into one of those crazy people?
No, I don't think they would. Not what the cannibalistic, crazy, steal your stuff, kill you
They
people.
were not cannibals.
I don't know, man. Felt like they were gonna eat some people.
No, I think they were just capturing, like what Devlin said, that they were just sacrificing the people so they can get away with their supplies.
Doesn't
That's
seem
a
like a
lie.
good
I don't
idea.
think they were eating them.
So sacrificing them to the aliens, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes, and
Okay, so once you sacrifice them to
because
these
of-
aliens and the aliens come there, and now they know that in this area there's people making noise. Like, are they gonna leave? Like every time you sacrifice somebody, do they leave afterwards and just keep coming back, or do they realize, hey, something over here making noise? We just gonna stay? Because remember that other alien stuck around
Hmm.
when
they
when
might
old girl was did something.
they might stick around, but you gotta remember they're blind.
Yeah.
So as
Right.
long as
So
you're
but
not
that
making
alien was
noise.
blind too, but she made that noise, and when she went back out there, the alien was still there. Like, I don't know if he was lurking or decided I'm gonna camp out here, but like if they sacrificing people, What's to say that the alien not gonna come there and kill the person and then just stick around
Because
and wait?
as long as they don't make noise, the alien can't see them.
Yeah, but she wasn't making noise though.
Yeah.
My thing is the alien never left. Like once she
Yeah,
escaped
dude.
and got back into the bunker.
No,
the
but
alien
I'm
never
saying
left.
like, yeah, they could stick around. What difference does it make? Because like, if they could stick around waiting for someone to make a sound, but they can't see the people, so it still works. The people could, like they did with the guy, right? They put all that stuff on him, so now he's the one making noise. So like, even if
Okay,
the
so you're
alien is
saying them-
sticking around,
You're saying that's not an issue. You're saying?
yeah, I
The
don't
alien
think
is
no,
sticking
it's not
around
an
and
issue at
still
all.
together. Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want the alien to be near you? Of course, I guess
feel
it doesn't
like
matter.
They do that because I was gonna say I feel like they do that because when they tie them with all those bottles and chains that's making noise, as the alien is killing the person and is on the dock, is rocking back and forth, it's constantly making noise. They can run and get away quickly because that noise is distracting the alien while they're getting away. So once the alien kills the person or whatever, they should be gone and then there's no noise. So if the alien camps out right there, I don't think they're looking to return back to that spot anytime soon unless they need more supplies or what have you.
Okay, well, because my thing is the aliens kill these people fast. Like it don't take long. You know what I'm saying? Like, once they own you, they own you. So it's like if you don't, I feel like you don't have a whole lot of time to get away. Like even in that scene, maybe it's just the inconsistency, but like with that scene when they actually got to the island, they was slaughtering cats left and right. And there was a ton of screaming. Screaming to me is a constant sound. Like all that screaming and running and yelling.
Yeah.
To me, that's a constant sound. But the alien was still like taking cats out left and right.
But yeah, so I guess Dan, I don't see your point because people were running and making noise, it was taking out all those noisy people. Like if they would have just stopped and did nothing, less of them would have died.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And that's
Yeah.
what you're saying they were doing when they were sacrificing people. They just make the people make noise, but their
Yeah.
strategy is to
Because it's going
keep
towards
quiet
the
while they
noise.
steal stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going towards the loudest noise. You got to
No,
think,
you know
when
what?
he got
I think-
on the island, he attacked the guy at the well first
I think
because he was making all the banging noise with the bucket.
I
That
think
part I don't remember for whatever reason. I must have missed it.
I think we're overthinking it a bit. I don't think they actually care whether or not the alien attacked the people. I think they have them wrapped up so that they don't move, which gives them the opportunity to steal their stuff.
No, because why put all that stuff on them?
No,
They-
because
So
they
it's
don't
wrapped up
move.
with bottles.
No, they wrapped them up in stuff that would jangled and make noise. That's why every time he
Yeah.
tried to get up, you heard the clickling sound.
Yeah.
They wrapped them in stuff that made
Yeah.
noise.
Yeah, so that
it was
he
a bunch of
wouldn't
bottles
move,
and
so
cans.
that because he knows if he moves,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you don't think they're setting him up for failure while they steal his stuff? So he moves, the alien comes and attacks him, and they get away.
yeah, I think it's rather.
And
What
they
I'm
get
saying is,
away.
I don't think they care whether or not the person dies to the alien. I think they're
No
like,
one said, yeah, no one said that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're sacrificing them.
oh yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Sacrificing
like not like they just, oh well, we want this person to die by the alien. It's just, this is how we get away. If he doesn't move, we still get away with his stuff. If he moves, he makes noise, the alien come, we still get away with his stuff.
Yeah.
So then he's screwed either way. So like even after they get away with his
Yeah.
stuff, he still really can't move because he's got all that stuff on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
not cool.
Yeah.
That is
All
not
right.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that way now whoever they trap like that, he or she can't even go after them to even get their stuff back.
Right. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we find out here. I guess we're going to get back to the family in their little bunker a little later, but we found out here that the alien can't swim.
Yeah.
So, ain't the best place to be on a boat?
Yes.
Especially, at first I was like, oh, food, but then I'm like, no, you can fish.
Yeah.
There's fish, so
Or just dock on land when you need to replenish your dry food supply.
yeah.
So did the
Yeah,
alien
but
fell
the
into
thing
the
is,
water,
if
right?
you're not on land, though, you got to be
It-
quiet all over again.
It jumped in the water to go after the guy, but then you could see that it couldn't swim.
Yeah.
So then that's
Okay.
when it hopped on that
Yeah.
boat.
Well, no,
Yeah,
there was
alien
two.
wasn't
the
aware
the
of what water
other
was.
alien fell into the water, and that's when he tried to like hurry up and swim and get away, but the alien just sunk further and further into the water.
Yeah, so yeah, it showed that it couldn't swim. So its weaknesses is water
And sound.
and sound. Which really just makes me
Yeah.
question.
Well, when we say water, is they can't swim because they can be in water, they can't swim.
Exactly. Well, that's still a weakness if they can't swim.
So live in a pool.
Right. You can't stay in water that long. It's bad for you.
No, figure out how to build a dome under the
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, and a pool wouldn't work because when she gave birth to the baby in the first time, she was in water. The alien did come down there to get her.
No, but he stood above the
That's
water. That
different.
doesn't
Yeah,
count.
that wasn't swimmable water.
Yeah, it's got to be like where they drown.
Yes.
A deep pool.
So I was saying
okay?
that pool wouldn't work.
They make deep pools. All pools don't cap at 6 feet.
Okay, jeez, fine.
That Olympic
All right,
pool.
live
the
on
Olympic
Lake
pool
Erie,
was-
then. I don't know.
Yeah, the Olympic pool.
Yeah, I would definitely
Yeah,
have my
that's
house
16
near
feet is
water. And it's like, okay, if we know the alien's coming, we're jumping in the water. Like, that's your best bet.
Yeah, but it makes me wonder, like, so the first movie indicated that the military couldn't defeat this thing, and basically it got defeated by these aliens.
Yeah.
And I wonder is how could they not figure out that it couldn't swim?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because the National Guard figured it out, and they said because people are awful. When the National Guard tried to get them, to get the people off the land and onto this island, people was pushing and screaming, and basically they all died, but a handful of people.
Yeah. Which it's believable because people are idiots.
No, because people are awful. That's absolutely
Yeah.
Yeah,
believable.
definitely. I could
Well-
definitely see that happen.
Because
What I
my
don't
thing
get-
is, you made it that far with no alien. You made it that far. And it's
Also,
just like,
again-
all you had to do was just get on the boat quietly. Because
Yeah,
they
but-
couldn't get
but-
to the boat making noise, so they had to
But
be
everybody
quiet.
wants to be
all the
first,
time.
though, to make sure.
Yeah, that's the
Everybody wants
thing.
to be
They
first.
wanted to be first.
And then again,
Especially
when
once like you said, once they started, it worked. Once they seen
I
that it
mean,
worked,
yeah,
the
it happens in
when the
real
first
life.
boat got away. They like, oh no, now we got to be first. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because they don't want to be left behind. That's always like in people's mind. They wouldn't want to be left behind. But like you said, Derek, if y'all be quiet and do it, nobody gets left behind because the aliens never hear us. But
But they
people
have
just
more than
don't
enough
think like that.
boats. No one was going to get
Yeah.
left behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody thinks rationally
said
like
it
this
was
in those kind of
horrible.
situations.
Yeah.
And two
and,
of them.
and
of them
again,
did.
after the commotion started, jump in the water.
That took,
Jump in the water. Like
Unless you can't swim.
at that point, we know they can't swim. You know what? I'm still jumping in the water.
Well, I guess for one, before we jump, like my point was is that how did this message not get delivered to everyone else? The National Guard knew. They didn't put that up the branches of the military, to the army, to the Air Force
Yeah.
or whatever, or to the other
Well, no, because
citizens.
the army's always making fun of the National Guard, so they be like, no, but forget y'all.
Yeah, okay. I think yeah. Yeah, it's it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I just wonder how did this lapse in communication happen?
You're right. We should be able to defeat
Yeah.
these aliens. We mentioned last time air because they can't fly, right? I
But
don't.
they're bulletproof. They're super duper bulletproof. So my thing is, since the first movie indicated that the military couldn't defeat them, that none of our armored rounds
The armor rounds don't work. on them.
doesn't work.
Okay.
So no matter how high a caliber of a gun we had, it doesn't work. That has to be the
Because
answer
we
to
learned
that.
in this movie that they're even fireproof. Like the fire didn't.
Yeah, well, her plan wasn't for the fire to harm it. I think she knew the fire wasn't.
I don't know. Did she know? She just seemed to be kind of surprised that didn't work.
Yeah, her eyes got really wide when
Yeah,
they walked through that
because
fire.
Well, but she kept looking to the sprinkler. That was her plan.
Well, there was better ways to set off a sprinkler than to blow up an oxygen tank. There's better ways to set off a sprinkler system.
Yeah, she was trying to harm the alien.
Maybe she thought that the explosion, like the force of the explosion, was going to do something as outside of the fire.
Yeah, I get the feeling
But
like
she mentioned some kind of damage like that.
Because beforehand they kept showing the sprinkler.
Yeah.
That's just so you know, like there's water there. They show you that sprinkler the entire movie.
And she
It
said
was
the
showing the
oxygen tank
sprinkler
before they
because of the
showed the
constant
sprinkler.
water cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I
and
think
they
she
showed
really
her
tried.
looking at the sprinkler after that point because the water is going to turn on and put the fire out.
Yeah, well, yeah, and she knew that it would mask her sound. I felt like that was her plan, was for the sprinkler, because she wanted it to mask her sound.
There's easier ways to set up a sprinkler
But
system.
why did
Well,
she
yeah,
wait
I'm not
for
saying
the
that.
And then she
alien
waited until
by
it
the
got
oxygen
above
tank?
the oxygen tank.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
okay. I think, yes, I think she expected it to harm it a little bit, but I think her end game was for the sprinkler.
You're
Right.
not making any sense right now.
No, well, okay, so
I think we're talking about a plan A
agree
and a
with
plan
them.
B here.
yeah, I think she's like, this may not harm it. She's hoping it does, but she wants the sprinkler so that she can get into the bunker.
Okay.
I think that was her end game.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I got from watching it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I'm with Devlin on this one. I think she was trying to hurt the alien, and then when she realized it didn't work, she wanted the sprinklers to come on to mask her sound.
Now, I mean, I agree with you that there's an easier way to set off a sprinkler, but it's a movie, and characters don't always do the easier things.
It's true. And then, I mean, it could just
But
be a way
she
to
was-
show us that it's fireproof.
Yeah.
I think she was pretty smart though.
Yeah. And
Her
unlike,
son?
Yeah, she was the only one that made smart decisions through the whole movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Dan mentioned her son, so let's.
And my reasoning
Yeah,
is
he's not smart.
the only reason this kid is so dumb is so that something can happen in the movie. Because if he doesn't do any of that stuff, the movie's like a half an hour long.
Yeah, I mean the movie's already
True.
short. The movie's already short.
True.
It's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, so I felt like they were like, we have to put them in danger. And it's like, how do we put them in danger without them just putting themselves in danger?
True. Yeah, but man, it was so dumb though. Okay, so we mentioned how he got his leg caught in a bear trap, right? Which brings the alien, of course, because he screams. I mean, you could be on either side of the fence whether or not he should have screamed or not. I don't know. I think in the moment, it might just happen because your leg got chopped off by a bear trap, which should have happened. His leg didn't get chopped off.
It didn't
but-
get chopped off.
Did,
Remember, he had a
you know,
light
like,
limp.
did it just scratch him or
A
something?
really
He was
light
just
limp.
walking around. Like it wasn't nothing. And I'm like,
It was a weak bear trap, okay?
oh, okay, is that what that is?
Yeah, bear traps should,
And he would need a whole bunch of shots, man.
and he will always
Yeah, I
be
bet
in
that
pain.
thing was
Never-
rusty.
yeah. So, his sister went off. The guy went after his sister. His mom went to go get more oxygen for the baby, right? So he's
And
there.
some pain pills.
And pain pills. And so he's there with the baby, right? Idiot, like, oh, I'm gonna explore the little warehouse that we're staying in. And it's like, no, dude, stay where you are. Stay where you are. It's relatively safe. It relatively keeps sound from like getting to the aliens. I would have stayed down there.
It made no. He had no reason to leave. It just, to me, it was just like a plot-driven device because he had first of all, the baby oxygen tank was low on oxygen. It was in the red. which that right there shows that you had no business leaving, because he put that baby in the box, put the oxygen on him, and then left him, which means that this kid is going to run out of air.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. And he may not have if you didn't put the oxygen on.
Yeah.
You know,
So, of
he didn't need
course,
it.
we need to back up first. So they're with their friend who was hiding out by himself all this time, and the guy's wife died. Said she died 11 weeks ago or something like that.
Okay.
So anyway, so this kid is exploring this warehouse, and I'm saying to myself, he's going to find his wife. She's going to find his girl's body. And he does. And of course, he gets scared and screams and trips and makes a ton of noise. And now the alien's coming. So he goes running. They have like a little vault or whatever.
Yeah.
That's soundproof and they can hide it. But of course, it's also, there's no air in it.
Yeah. If it's soundproof, it has no air.
There's no air in it. So he runs and hide it, but he didn't do the little thingy to keep the door slightly open. So now he's stuck in this room with his baby brother, and they're both suffocating to death. All because he wanted to explore the warehouse for reasons. It made no sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that whole suspenseful situation was because he was an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, at least his sister had a reason, to go out and do the things she was doing. Like, he didn't have a reason.
Yeah.
So he's kind of useless, if you ask me. He's very useless.
He was useless. I'm telling you, the entire time watching this movie, I was thinking like, these kids ruined everything in the first movie.
Well, the sister was all right in the first movie.
No, didn't she run away or something?
Yeah, she got.
And then the dude had to go and find her.
Yeah, because she got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely are. But I mean, it is an old warehouse. Like, couldn't they have come up with something else as opposed to him being stupid? Like, can't we just say, okay, the warehouse was rusty, maybe like the door fell and made a loud noise that they weren't expecting. Okay, now the alien's coming. Like, did he really have to make the boy?
Well, it had to have a reason to find them where they were.
I'm thinking this movie wants us to hate him. That has to be it.
but he already got snapped by a bear trap. Like, I feel like they want us to be sympathetic towards him.
Yeah, but then he's like walking around like his leg didn't just get chopped off. I'm like, what's going on right now? First of all, he'd be in so much pain. Yeah. Like, that happened over like a day ago.
Yes, he would.
And the mom had just left to go get some medicine for him.
Yeah.
There's no way he's
not up walking around.
No way.
Yeah, he's not. Not without no mad amounts of morphine.
He wouldn't not been able to put no pressure.
Morphine.
Yeah. Just absolutely not. Yeah, which all led up into the mom coming back, realizing that he was trapped down there and doing the exploding gas tank thingy that didn't work.
Right.
That is why she was in that situation, because her kids are done. You know what? She should just get rid of the two oldest ones and just keep the baby.
You guys go on your own now.
And keep the baby.
Start over. Start fresh.
Yeah. So, the question, is that island safe now? That island's back to being safe, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, unless the aliens learn how to ride boats.
How to swim.
Yeah. Well, that other one did take the boat and just floated onto the island conveniently.
Conveniently. I'm like, are the currents going to the island or? Because I'm like, oh, so he just.
Yeah, that was convenient.
Yeah, but
that was convenient.
How that was revealed. Like, okay, so they get away from the crazy people.
Yeah.
They hop in their little rowboat and they go to the island, right? Because they're following the radio signal. I like how they're sneaking on the island and it was revealed that everything was okay because people were laughing and talking and hanging out and they're looking like, what's going on right now?
Right, yeah, they're not being attacked by crazy alien things.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of a good reveal because we're watching it like, wait, what? Like, what are these people doing?
What are y'all doing? You guys are crazy. Shut up.
Yeah.
I feel like, they set up a little thing, but I still agree, like, wouldn't we have tried to do something else than, like, we're safe here and we're all good? Like, we gotta, like, because they're still there, right? Yeah. We've got to mount a way to defeat these aliens and not just like, well, we're going to live on an island and be all right.
I thought, like, something like that, like, and then that they didn't have, like, some sort of contingency plan, like, if something ever happened. Like, I felt like when that alien showed up, everything should have been put in motion. Like, do this, this, and this, and all of us will be safe. Right. They just start running around like crazy.
Yep,
And
like
that's
chickens with
what
their
y'all-
heads
Yeah,
cut
they didn't have
Yeah.
no plan.
You didn't have a
off.
plan.
Zero.
And you know what? I want to say that, and I feel like this is dumb, and I feel like Devlin would agree with me on this. Back to the military spin. No one figured out that sound waves hurt these things.
But it's a certain type of sound.
So it was like
right?
this deaf
high-
girl
a
was the
high-pitched
only one
sound.
that found.
You think it's because it's just feedback
High-pitched
from her hearing aid.
Yeah.
So I
Hearing
feel
aid,
like
yeah.
I'm not. Would you try feedback? I don't know. That seems weird.
Yeah, well,
She kinda
no,
stumbled
nobody
on
else
that, though,
learned.
right? Like, she
The
didn't
sound was
know
a
it.
new thing. I don't think anyone else learned it, and I don't know how you would,
Yeah, I just don't see that as something you would try.
because they don't. It doesn't seem like it's something that hurts them until you saw it in action. Otherwise, you think this like,
Yeah.
man, they can hear really well. Although, I'm gonna take this back from what I just said, because that's every movie / show trope when somebody has really good hearing. It's like, oh, you can hear really well, so let's make it something extremely loud.
But they don't know that there's. Remember, they're saying the first one said that it was sound, saying that they were attracted to the sound. I mean, what if I'm like, okay, they're attracted to sound, so now that means we have to be quiet. I don't immediately take that as, and then they'll be sensitive to high pitched sounds.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
And then if
Right.
I'm in the military, you're going on the offense. So you're trying every gun, every bomb to get rid of it. I don't think you say, oh, let's shoot it with light rays or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know at what point you decide, let's try something weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it will ever
Yeah.
come up.
Yeah, well, the swimming thing, like
Okay.
you said, definitely should have, though. They can't swim. We lure them to the ocean. I mean, that's right.
Yes.
You lure them to the ocean.
Yes.
Also, since they can't swim, my question is, like, okay, they showed at the beginning of this movie they crash landed on the planet, right?
Hmm.
Was there just one?
Yeah, that's what I was
No.
going to say. I was like, we didn't make mention of the first act.
Yeah, we were getting to that. I know we jumped around. We did not go in order. I mean, we
We
should
ain't gotta
have.
go in order.
Sure, we should.
Probably should have went in order, yeah.
We probably should have went in order. So the movie opens on day 1.
Mm-hmm.
So they're now on day 474, but it opens day 1. So when they first encounter the aliens, and it starts with you're seeing the stuff crash down,
Yeah.
and then as you go from like, hey, what is these things that's crashing? Everyone's on their way home. Then the aliens just comes out and start attacking people.
Yeah.
Now, there's things to remember. The first movie mentioned meteorites in New Mexico.
Oh, okay, so it did land in other places.
When he walked into the convenience store, they were showing a news report from Shanghai.
Oh, so they landed all over the planet.
So John
notice
Krasinski
that.
confirmed that they arrived on meteorites from their home planet. So I'm thinking something happened to the planet and they crash landed on Earth. Because if your weakness is sound in the water, you do not go to a planet that makes a ton of noise and is 70% water.
Yeah.
You're not here by
70%
choice.
water is definitely not where you're going.
Yeah, you're not here by choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere, to I guess safely assume, which I guess is possible. That's a very big meteor shower.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, it was very.
Yeah, to hit all sides of the globe. 'Cause, I mean, Shanghai is the completely other side of the earth. So, I mean,
Yeah.
well, if it hits that part, given time, that means they can reach all of Asia and all of Europe. Like, if it's connected by land, they can technically reach
Well,
it.
see, here's my question now. That's not clear, and I guess will be explained in a later movie. Like, okay. Like, what are they doing? You know, are they just laying in wait? Do they reproduce? Do they, like, what do they do? How do they survive? What do they eat?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Yeah, I
I
didn't
guess
really
they're
see
just
any
like
mouths.
living.
Right, because clearly they don't eat humans
No.
because it's like they just go crazy and attack the sound and they just go at it until the sound is no longer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I these things are very interesting. So we learned some more about them, but we need to learn.
Yeah, I need a movie that explains the aliens. So maybe it doesn't need to follow the family anymore. I need to know what these things are and why. Also, I just thought of something. It landed in Shanghai. You can have a series where it's like, oh, people figured it out and we lured them to the water and stuff. But like maybe there's one like still in the desert in the Middle East or something like that. Like, or like, you know, where there's not a lot of people. Like in a desert or something like that, or in, well, I don't know if they can survive cold weather, but like in Siberia or something like that, and it still survived, and then you have a premise for a movie there if some people go in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, but okay, so they're all over the planet. So yeah, I don't know. There's no communication between the government. I feel like there was a way to deal with this, especially after, you know, we know that a governmental agency found out they can't swim.
Exactly. So maybe they didn't want to talk, but I don't know. You know, text messaging and email is a thing, and those are silent.
Yeah.
So.
Also, there are bunkers, right?
You got all the cell towers.
Like, I know there are a ton of bunkers for like different government agencies that where they could be hiding in and planning the stuff to do,
but
right?
it's still gonna be silent. But I'm pretty sure
communication
these
is
bunkers are
still up.
soundproof. Yeah, which means the president should still be alive,
Yeah.
doing something important, like how to save his people.
Yeah, I guess he can't address the people, you know? No,
Yeah, no,
president
but
address.
you know, emails and text messages. We already know they can reach all of us if they want to. So.
Funny if he tried.
Maybe they're worried about people having the sound on their phone.
You know what? If your sound is still on your phone by now, you deserve to die. Just like those people in the restaurant. Like, man, why this girl phone ringing?
Oh,
Okay,
man.
well, they didn't know at that point.
I think that was.
Because she tried to, she was on the phone.
Dude,
She was
that is
on the phone
hiding
talking and
101.
then lost.
Yeah.
Whether it's a
She
mustard
didn't
from
think
space
to turn the sound down. She
or
was
the
running.
boogeyman or a guy who's getting ready to rob you, you turn your phone off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Pretty basic.
It's a basic thing that everyone does.
Hey, let's running high, guys. Don't forget to turn your phones all the way up.
No, the dude that was pissing me off was the dude praying out loud.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or that nervous
silent
prayer.
prayers, they work just as well. Goodness.
Yeah. That was funny. It was interesting to see day one, though.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Okay, is that about everything? I mean, eventually so they get to the island, though, and you have Jaimin Hansu on the island, and, you know, he's the one with broadcast. They tell him, he's like, yeah, we'll go through with this plan. But one of the aliens floated over on the boat. Because, of course, they did.
Yeah, so what we were saying before, these people didn't have a plan just in case an alien ever showed up. So a lot of them died.
Yes. Yeah, man, they tore that place. Well, it tore that place up.
Yeah. But they
I feel
hopped
like
in a
Digimon
car.
Han Solo kind of had like a little bit of a plan because it seemed like he was pretty calm
He
Until
did.
at
he
first
wasn't.
until
the
yeah,
end.
until he wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he did
that's
have a
what I
plan.
thought. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a little uncharacteristic of you because at first, like, he all chilling and, you know, talking or whatever, got the kids to where they needed to be when the alien attacked, got in the car, made
Right.
noise to drive the
And
alien
then
away.
he get in the
And
car
then he-
and make all the noise to draw from the city. Yeah.
Yeah, then he just loses it. I'm like, this is a little, like, you flipped, like, real quick. You was so all calm and collective and cool. Now you tripping. Like, oh, maybe he didn't follow us. Maybe he turned away. Let's go check. And then he got snatched up. I'm like, come on, man. It's not consistent.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for him he went all the way there after putting his family away because that was the plan. Drew the alien away from the village and all that so people can hide. And it's like, it went back. Is that characteristic of these aliens, right?
Right, like, yeah, like, why would you think, like, I think we outran it? Like, you definitely did.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't. My thing is stick to the plan, right? You guys wanted to go to the radio tower to help, communicate with other people and tell them, like, how we can defeat these things. You're at the radio tower. Just finish the plan.
Yeah, and then he's like, I've got to go back to save my family. And it's like, how are you going to do that? Right?
Yeah.
What were you going to do? Because you drawing the alien away with your car was the thing saving your family. So why would you be like, I got to go back to
Right.
save my
Yeah.
family?
Your family is safe right now.
Right.
The alien is with you.
Yeah, like, so what do you mean?
That's what I'm saying. The mental flip there just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because obviously
Yeah. And he could have continued drawing the alien away, like start going towards water, make it come out on the water. Like, yeah, it was so much.
unlock your
better
door and
plan
drive
he
that
could have
car
done.
into the ocean.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hunking all the way down
It
in.
was-
As
the
long as
alien
you
would've
know
followed it.
you got your windows down, you know you can get out of the car, drive it into the ocean so the alien runs right off after the car.
Yeah.
Or do some
That-
fast
Right,
that-
and
because they
furious
can't
type stuff
see.
and dive
So
out of
it's
the
not
car
going
like
to slow
spoilers away.
down and be like, oh, it's water, let me stop. Like, it's just going directly after the sound. So, yeah, drive that thing into the water and make the alien chase after it. Like, man.
Because we know it would do
Yeah,
to chase after the guy after he was in the water.
Yeah, jumped right into the
Yeah.
water. So yeah, that was a stupid death right there. Plus, the safest thing at that point where he was, the safest thing was for him to do was to help them get the frequency out on the airwaves, right?
Yeah.
That's going to stop the alien.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb. But this does lead to the end of the movie. So now he's dead. The girl and the friend, I believe his name was Emmett. So now they're going to follow the plan. But of course, the alien's there and it's going after them. But they got to get into the radio booth. And so at the end, after Emmett, I really feel like he was going to die. But I'm glad he made it.
I
was
did
like,
think he was going to
I was
die. I'm
this
like,
dude
man,
is
they going
not
to kill
gonna
him.
make it. And he almost didn't. But she managed to get the feedback over to Eris and she played it all, which at the same time saves her brother and mother. Because the alien is going after them. It managed to get into their little soundproof vault.
Yeah.
But because she told her brother to keep listening. Because she wanted him to keep listening to the radio and listening for her. So this entire time he had his headphones on, which was the one smart thing he's done in this entire movie.
Yeah.
So when
Thank
he
you.
hears the
Thanks for those
feedback, he
Beats
can
by Dre.
he hears the feedback, he can unplug his headphones, push the radio in the guy's face, so it weakens that one that's going after them. The one that's going after her is weakened. He shoot his, she beats hers with a pole.
Yeah.
At that point, I kind of gained some more respect for her.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there you go.
So they win, and in real A Quiet Place fashion, that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, what? And I knew it was the
Yeah.
end because they were playing that music, but I was still like, what?
I was like,
Yeah, like
God,
no
this is
brief
the same
aftermath,
way,
real quick. Nothing.
same way they
Yeah.
ended the first one.
I was like, wait, I'm like ready for some more. Do you not just end it right here?
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
But like I said, in true Quiet Place fashion, that's what they did. The first one I feel like was justified though. In the first movie like that, because it's like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, we got a second one coming.
Yeah.
But this one's like, come on, y'all, give us a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Because it's just like, oh, hey, they killed them. The end. I'm like, come on.
Right?
I'm like, okay, so what happens? Do they reunite with the family? How do they get back to the family? How
Well,
do
there's
they,
so many
did everybody around the
questions.
globe
Yeah.
get this taken care of?
It's like, do they go back for the mother and the brother? Do you expect the mother and the brother to figure out where they are and come to them?
Right.
There's so many questions. Okay, now she can get the signal out, but how many people have radios? How do you get in contact with everyone else? What about people who stop listening to their radios? There's so many questions.
Yeah.
Or how far did this radio signal go? Like, how many people can you reach? What else do
But
you
we-
got to do to reach people, on the other side of the earth?
Right, but we already know it doesn't go that far because the guy said that they couldn't hear it at first because they were in the valley.
Yeah. So how do they
Yeah,
get
so how
Yeah.
do you? Because if they're still on the earth, you're not safe. I mean,
Yeah.
you kill the
I
ones
mean-
that's close to you, but like if they still exist elsewhere, you're not safe yet.
Yeah, do you need to find like the CBS headquarters or
How long
something
were they
and
on that
broadcast it that
island?
way?
How long were they on that island?
Mhm.
Oh, he said it and I don't remember.
Like, don't you try to put a protective barrier or something up on the island? Something like, the alien can't swim. Let's try and
Because they
do
were like they
something.
were surrounded by water.
They had zero plan for anything.
I don't
The
know,
water
man.
was their only plan.
They got too comfortable, for sure.
I think they were just more excited of the fact that they were away from the alien and just didn't have to worry about them no more. But I mean, I guess
endings.
that's what happens. It's a bunch of
Yeah, like that was dumb on their
I'm
part.
not safe until they're all gone. That's my concern. I can't just sit
right.
back
Until
and
the
be like,
aliens are
we're
not
good.
existing anymore. If they still exist, we not safe, y'all. I don't care if we're on an island or not.
Exactly. They got real
Animals and
delusional.
aliens adapt too much, so like they're not gonna give up.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. I don't know what they were thinking. Not thinking is what they were doing.
Definitely not. And it showed.
Yeah. And they definitely could have did that because, I mean, they built houses and buildings. So,
Well, no, I
Like,
think
they
those
were
were
productive.
already there.
Yeah, that had to already be there.
I think because there was a road
Yeah.
and a broadcasting station. I think that was already there.
Yeah, that stuff was already there.
Either way, they could have done something.
They could have been better prepared. They were definitely delusional, thinking that nothing could touch them, when that certainly wasn't the case.
Way.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Nope,
true.
they
True.
got touched.
All right, so we got some extra stuff.
Just a little bit. It's kind of hard to have extra stuff on a brand new movie.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to mention was the opening scene. So in the scene, like we're saying that, we see the day one of the alien attack in quotation marks. And so what happens is John Krasinski and the daughter is separated from the wife and the other two kids.
Yeah.
And in that scene, like they're in the car, they're trying to get away, and like there's like a bus coming at them. And so then she has to hit reverse and then like drive backwards to get away. So all of that was done practically, like as most of the stuff in this movie was. But in this one, it was a little different because they didn't use stunt doubles. So it really was Emily Blunt and those two kids in the car. The bus really was coming at them at 40 miles an hour. Not like, usually be like, oh, it was moving 10 miles an hour. We just speed it up. No, that bus was coming at them at 40 miles an hour. And they was like, yeah, you're really going to hit this car. And
Okay. Why? Why is the question?
that's how he wanted to do it.
It's rugged, man. It's real.
Okay, but you got Emily Blunt, which is, famous actress,
His wife.
and children in the car.
Yeah, he had to talk to the parents like, hey, we're going to do this. It'll be fine, I promise.
They got paramedics on standby.
sure.
Yeah, because that bus wasn't stopping in time if something
Well, they
went wrong.
said they had a bunch of brakes to guarantee that the bus would stop exactly when it was supposed to.
If something went wrong, was it going to stop on time?
Well, they said, they had a couple of, backup brakes.
Okay, so I only think this is a bad idea because you can do this without having a ton of CGI. Compositing, you could have filmed the bus rolling at them at 40 miles an hour first and then film the car backing up super fast and then running into another car on another take and put it together. They do that all the time and it still looks practical. It doesn't like... Most of the time, you're not like, oh, they composited that. Like, in example, Civil War, Captain America jumping out of the car and the car flipping over. Now, that car is a practical car flipping over, but they're like, yeah, we're not going to have a car flipping over while Chris Evans is running next to the car.
Well, nothing flipped
in front
over.
of the car. Huh?
Nothing flipped over, though.
Yeah, so nothing flipped over. So this was safer. It was just
Yeah, as long as they
bus.
stayed inside the car, nobody got out.
They could have used a composite shot.
Right, well, they could have used stunt doubles too, but they didn't. Oh, and the thing is, so they didn't practice it. So because he asked us,
this is sounding worse.
He
As
asked
you
Emily
can see.
Blunt, like, "Hey, do you want to run through it?" She's like, "No, let's just do it." So like her reaction is her real reaction because she didn't like know how it was gonna be. So when she's like, oh my god, yeah, no,
Wow.
that's like her legit reaction. Like, oh.
Yeah, because maybe we shouldn't have had a bus barreling down at a car with children in it. I don't know.
But
And
it's
they
an
did it in
organic
one take.
reaction, though. I love it. I love it.
And I mean, that was a great scene because I liked how in this movie they use a lot of point of view shots.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it as the point of view of someone in the back seat of that car.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great. They
Yeah.
had a lot of. He's a very good
Director.
Yeah. So yeah, I wonder, once he gets done with this franchise, like what else is he gonna do? Because I really like the choices he made in this movie.
Okay. I guess you don't get that reaction from the actors or whatever.
Yeah.
I still don't think it's worth the danger they put them in. I'm not even usually the person in this camp. I just feel like it's unnecessary.
But it was
the sacrifice was worth it.
Yeah,
It
okay.
paid off.
Yeah, it paid off. So I guess that was like my only interesting fact, and it was just based off the interviews that he has given while promoting this movie. Do you guys want a third one?
I want to know
I feel
about
like-
these aliens.
Yes.
I feel like there's enough things unanswered that we can do a third one. It just depends on where he wants to go with it.
Well, he said that he has some ideas for a third one. Now, there's no guarantee that there will be because I guess I should have started off with this made like 70 million worldwide.
Already?
Yeah.
Now, granted, we record this on Sundays most of the time, and this came out with Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot. That's quite a bit.
Well, that's worldwide, not just US.
Oh, that's worldwide. Okay, all right. So it's still lower than what normal, but
It's lower, but the
still
most a
has-
movie has
Still
made
got time.
in the last year.
yeah, that's in the first 3 days.
Yeah,
So.
still got time.
Yeah, so that's pretty dope. Yeah, they're
and we're
they're
not
making
even
a
counting
third one.
today.
Yeah. Oh, so that's 2 days.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty good.
And it's not going to have a huge drop off second weekend. Like most of the time you get this huge drop off second weekend. I mean, there's always a drop, but this is going to be, I think second weekend is going to be pretty good. Plus, this is a 4-day weekend.
I was getting ready to say we didn't even count that as Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So they have 4 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's doing pretty good. All the reviews for it has been good. It is a good movie, like real talk. So I mean,
It is a good movie. Definitely a good movie.
I'm kind of like don't do a third one because it's like always like the third movie is never good.
Yeah. Well, don't go with the third movie isn't good trope.
Third movie don't be good.
I feel like
Not true.
I feel like it could be with him directing everything and making the decisions. I feel like he can make a good third movie. He's got enough to work with. He's got enough material. So I think
If it's him doing it, I feel like it could be good. If the studio's just forcing the third one and he says he doesn't want to do it and they just throw someone else on, then I don't think
It
It's
will
gonna be
definitely.
good.
I feel like it will be on him.
Yeah.
It will have to be all him.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely enough there. I mean, like you said, we can get more background on the aliens. We can figure out, exactly how they're going to get this information out to the rest of the world. So there's a lot.
I need to stop cutting away with them killing a single alien and show us them like, yeah, we ready worldwide to take on this so everybody can get back to their lives instead of everybody being afraid of some quiet aliens. Did they land on Madagascar? I guess Madagascar is the place to live right now.
But who's to say that, I mean, you got to figure that at some point a meteor hit an island. So not all islands are safe.
Yeah, but Madagascar is kind of like...
So
it's not-
it just skipped over Madagascar.
I mean, what the chances of it hitting Madagascar?
not a
Maybe it
big
landed
island.
on Japan, but Madagascar...
What is your logic to say that it skipped over Madagascar?
I don't know, because it's the one
it's not a
island you
big
always
island,
forget about. Oh, does this mean Hawaii is safe? That's even smaller. So the people on Hawaii, there's a military base on Hawaii.
It's completely left up to chance on where these things landed.
Yeah, okay. All right, so they just hit every island.
I'm not saying they hit every island, but you're acting like every island is safe.
Some island is safe, and Hawaii is
The
a really
probability, though.
good
probability
one.
of them hitting the island.
Hawaii
'Cause it's
is only
small.
good because you like Hawaii.
No, it's small. Caribbean island, fine.
I don't think that's.
I don't understand. You're not making any
No, the
sense.
smaller the island is, the less the probability they
Yeah, the
landed
less
on it.
likely that it hit it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's just going by the numbers. Like
That's
the
math.
probability of them hitting these islands. Yeah.
that's math.
I think it's completely left up to chance on whether or not a rock
Probability.
hits it.
Still, I'm not saying it can't. I said that it was unlikely, meaning in my mind, in this universe, Hawaii didn't get hit. So we got a
And
whole...
how they gonna get to Hawaii?
No, I didn't say people get to Hawaii. I'm saying that, like...
Hawaii's safe.
Yeah.
How is that helpful?
Yeah, so hula and
Everybody on Hawaii is safe. So maybe you were vacationing in Hawaii and you're like, oh man, I'm glad that I'm here.
But they have
I think you say
first
that,
of all,
but
no.
not.
I'm gonna tell you why Hawaii is a bad idea.
Right.
Because it's in the middle of nowhere. So when they run out of supplies, how are they gonna get some more?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I mean, there's some food you can grow in Hawaii.
They get a lot of stuff imported.
Fish.
Yeah, but that's because we live privileged lives. You can still live
the
on
basics
Hawaii.
that you can live on. Yeah, you can live
but
on.
can they grow wheat?
A civilization
Oh,
lived on Hawaii before people brought everything else there, so I'm pretty sure you could get the necessities of living there.
So you say they don't need to import
Yeah,
anything?
the basics.
Given that there are native Hawaiians, yes, I'm going to say there's not going to be a necessity to...
So not your
import.
toilet tissue, not your...
Hey, you're going to have to learn how to make some stuff.
Use some leaves.
You worry about toilet tissue and the apocalypse is upon us?
Bury your duty.
Shoot.
Whatnot.
Yeah, start pooping in the dirt again.
I don't think hygiene was a big deal.
I mean, hygiene, I guess, is still big. Just not the modern
Yeah, but not. You
conveniences.
see how,
So
them
I don't
cats
want
dress?
to be walking
It was
around dirty
dirty.
and funky.
Well, for a while, there's still
That's what I thought.
tissue. And when you
If
run
you got
out,
to, just go
you
jump in
find
the
a
ocean
leaf
real
that's safe to use and use that leaf.
Okay.
quick. Yeah, don't be wiping your butt with no point.
Or a waterfall.
Ooh, that could be bad.
Yeah, just take a bath, like in the ocean.
Okay.
Anyhow, there's safe islands, right? I mean, there's one off of wherever they are.
Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Someplace in the New York, Massachusetts area, I guess.
Are we sure? I don't know.
I think they're
Upstate
somewhere.
New York?
Yeah, I think they're in that area of the U.S.
Is there an island in Lake Erie? There is.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, Kelly's Island.
We have to figure out how to get there.
Well, that's a lot closer than Hawaii, so you can get there.
Yeah, but none of us know they can't swim. See, that's what I'm saying. There's the question, how do you get that information to other people?
Telegram. I don't know. Morse
I'm like,
code.
Telegram still exists? What?
Turtle doves.
Well, this is why I'm saying, like, how absent is the government?
Yeah, it seems like they ain't doing nothing at this point.
Right.
Yeah, absent.
Because a simple email should be able to solve this problem.
Well, here's the thing. Our family that we're following didn't have email. They didn't have electricity.
Are all the servers gone?
Did they have electricity?
They had
They
solar
did,
panels.
because she was washing clothes.
They had solar panels in the house.
Was the internet still up? Because nobody... Well, I guess it's still... Nobody's watching the servers.
Yeah.
So maybe they go down after 400 days. I mean,
that's certainly possible, yes.
so, I don't know, a plane with a banner flying across the U.S.
Taking off makes a ton of noise.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So you can't get any planes in the air.
An air balloon.
There you
Hot air
go.
balloon, yes.
Oh, a message in a bottle.
A message in a bottle. That
It would
is
take years.
that is way worse than my plane in a banner, which was a bad idea.
Like, I know it was a bad idea, but I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out how do they get this message out? Because everyone doesn't have radios, everyone doesn't have access to that. So it's like, we're assuming that all the servers are down, right? So there's no phones, no email.
Yeah.
How do you get that message out? You gotta travel, I guess. Which is super dangerous. I'm not leaving that island.
I know, man. Well, we're gonna need to make some weapons. We need some engineers on this island, because here's what we're gonna need to design. I'm gonna need a gun that has two things on it. One, a sound thing, right? And a regular gun part of the gun. So you point, and when you pull the trigger,
That was the worst description I ever heard.
what?
You're gonna need a sound thing
I
and a
think
gun part
number
of the gun.
one
A speaker.
is to be able to create feedback, not using her hearing aid.
Yeah.
That's thing number one.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they should, because when she was on that train, she almost died because it's like, oh yeah, in one hand she has her hearing aid up to the speaker so she can create the sound. Then she's trying to shoot a shotgun with one hand,
Yeah.
which, you know, is
Which is
extremely
why I
difficult.
need an attachment to the gun. So when I have it, it focuses the sound through a speaker right at the alien, and I can just shoot it
Or
right there.
You go everywhere in twos. One person holds the sound, the other person has the gun.
Nah, because then I don't want to be the sound person, because I'm attracting the alien and I don't have a weapon. Now I gotta trust this person to shoot straight. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be the first one dead.
I can see how that might be a problem.
It's difficult. So yeah, I can see a third movie then. There's some stuff to explore.
I can see a third movie, and I can see the third movie being good if, you know, they hit all these areas of question that we have.
You got to keep him on as the director.
Derek, what are you saying?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, he like real low.
Yeah.
You have to keep him on as the director.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you definitely got to. Like that. If he's not a director, don't make a third movie. Period. Don't give it to nobody else. Just don't make a third movie. But I'm pretty sure he will be the director. I can't see him saying no. As well as this movie did, I can't really see him saying.
Yeah, at this point he won't say no. Like, he had to be convinced to do the sequel. But at this point he's not gonna. First of all, you're just making money. Right? Since this movie got such high praise or whatever, there's no way he's gonna play, nah, someone else can do it. So yeah, if there's a third one, and there probably will be, because, you know, money, it's gonna be him.
Yeah. For sure.
I think.
For sure. All right. Well, any other thoughts on A Quiet Place 2?
I think we covered it.
Cool. All right. Ratings.
I'll pay for that.
I pay for that as well.
I'd pay for that.
3D Rivals, we would pay for that. And you should too.
We
So
did.
if you haven't
And we
seen
did.
Yeah, we did pay for it. That's true. Yeah.
I pay for that.
But
Yes.
if you haven't seen A Quiet Place 2, you should definitely check it out. Also, if you want to reach out to us and let us know your thoughts, how do you defeat the aliens? Let us know in the comment section below, or you can email us at 3drivals@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. It's facebook.com/3drivals. And as well, you can tweet at us on Twitter at 3_rivals on Twitter. Other than that, thank you so much for listening and watching, guys. We appreciate it. Peace out.